Jawad Fairoz. He is chairman of Salam for Democracy and Human Rights, which is an NGO created following the crackdown in Bahrain in 2011 and focusing on human rights and democracy issues and seeking reprieve for human rights victims. And from 2006 to 2011, Jawad was a Bahraini member of parliament, and during his time as an MP, he was chairman of Public Utilities and Environmental Committee. And he currently lives in exile in London since November 2012. And he was one of the first batch of Bahrainis forcibly stripped of Bahraini nationality. And I think more than anyone else, he's really in a position to talk about the impact that deprivation of nationality can have on the lives of individuals. So Jawad, thank you so much for being with us. And you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm happy to be with you today, and I want to thank ISI for arranging this important conference and the rest of the NGOs and networks that we are working on these subjects, and I hope that all together we can achieve something. I can see a bright light at the end of this dark channel, so please keep going. Because I have very, very short limited time, 7 minutes to 8 minutes, so I prefer to make it a short slides linked to 1 or 2 YouTube to utilize my most points. I will come back to this photo later on. You click on the video. Is it? Should be PowerPoint linked to. I can see it there, but not on the screen. Okay, I come back to it. No, not playing. No. Yes. Yeah. In Bahrain, I was inactive, being MP, in the same time being part of one of the largest political parties, which was Al-Wafaq. But definitely, I used to leave the weekend for my family. I used to not answer any calls and try to be too close to my family to give them enough time during the weekend. They fabricated many different charges that I was trying to topple the government. I was engaged with the foreign countries, and I am traitor. At the same time, other minor charges related to the leading illegal demonstrations without permissions and fabricating news and stories about Bahrain and damaging reputation of the government and so on. And I've been detained and remain under custody for 3 months and 7 days, and I've been transferred to 4 different prisons and different type of the tortures I've been facing. At the end, I'm human. I'm away from my country, I'm away from my neighborhood, I'm away from my larger family, and I'm away from my community. And this is really make me homesick so many. Thank you very much. And can we go back to the original, please, slides? Sorry for this disturbance. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Is it working? Yes, so I don't want to go through too much time on what is the statelessness, and everyone, I think you're aware about the Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We have how do people become stateless? There are now many ways that it is not just that because you are not belonging to that country. Discrimination, nationality, as we heard from our speakers from last sessions, and we have emergence of new states and change in borders. You can see so many countries examples. We have loss of deprivation of nationality, which is my case, and now it's being used as a political tool in so many countries, part of it the Gulf states. I can mention here Bahrain, I can mention UAE, Qatar, and some other countries in that region. Now, the consequences of statelessness, we have here a list of the consequences, and I am focusing on a few of them. Now, citizenship revocation in Bahrain, as nationality, how been specified in the constitution, theoretically it is fine. No one should be without nationality, but in reality it's totally different than that one. The government, what they done, they want to legitimize this action. They made amendment to two main laws. One law is related to the citizenship law or nationality law, where they mention here that the full power is being given to Minister of Interior. Suppose you are away from the country for more than 5 years and they are suspicious about your loyalty to the ruling family, then definitely they have right to revoke your nationality. As simple as that. And there are so many other cases in this regard. And they made amendment, what they call it, the anti-terrorism law. Imagine that someone is being charged of burning a tire in the street for opposition to the government, then they will think that this is a terrorist act, then he will be charged for so many years in sentence in the jail, and part of it, his nationality will be revoked. We came to some statistics. They started with us in 2012 with 31 citizens. They revoked their nationality just by a governmental order. It was just a statement by the Minister of Interior. Coincidentally, I was here in UK coming for short vacation, where I received a call from my wife telling me that through the media, through the official TV, Bahrain TV, they announced the revoking nationality of 31 citizens, and my name was there. Without any prior notification, it was not through the court, and yet I don't know what is the reason. So that's as simple as that they think that they have the right, either the king or the government, to revoke the nationality of anyone without to be questioned and without giving any proof of evidence of that. For example, in my case, I never had any other nationality, yet I don't have any other nationality, and being elected member for 10 years, 4 years I was elected councillor, for more than 5 to 6 years I was twice for 2 terms I was elected MP, and as simple as that, someone elected by the people will be revoke his nationality by someone who's not elected. Bahraini government is not elected at all. So statistic-wise, 2012, 31 with us. Then they continue in this process, 2014, 21. And then 2008, 2015, they increased to 2008. Then 2016, 90. 2017, 156. 2018, 298. 2019, until before that date, which is in green one, it was 181. But due to your efforts and to the international pressures, and then the government or the king, he a little bit drew back, and he retained the nationality of 551. So he retained the 551. But even that one, I think it is not right decision. Why? Because some legislations to be amended, not just a decision by one person. He decided to revoke, and he will decide to reinstate nationality, which is, I think, should be part of certain legislation that never ever revoking nationality to be considered part of any targeting as a political tools, never ever should be part of any penal code. So now total we have 434, more or less in this number. Even the High Commissioner in day before yesterday in Human Rights Council, in her speech, she mentioned Bahrain, and she mentioned how concerned they are about this continuation. We have the effects of the nationality revocation decision. We have now, you can see here, deprivation of the newborn child nationality, anyone without nationality now in Bahrain, his newborn baby will not have any nationality. Then we have the bearing of the rights to work, especially in government positions. Even if you have any position in the government or even private sectors, you will be sacked from your job. A bearing of the use of many services available to them. Let us say that any healthcare, housing services, education, all this will be barred. Deprivation of pension. I had a pension. Now I don't have that one, and they stopped my pension through all the time. Even the bank account, you cannot have your bank account. It will be closed. Even if you have a private property, you cannot deal with it, which is in my case the same. The banning of travel outside. If you are in Bahrain, that's it. And you will have two choices. Either by yourself to decide to leave the country, or you will be in the detention center for some time because they think that you are illegally staying. And if you can find someone to, let us say, sponsor you, then maybe you can stay in the country. But sponsoring is not that much easy because you don't have any IDs or any official documentations. Keeping on the collision damage of the citizenship, here you have all these ones which is listed down. I have here so many cases that in Bahrain happened, but due to the technology, I don't want to go through it. We have so many people that they've been away. Today they arrive to the country. Next time they told them your nationality has been revoked without any reasons, without any justifications, just because due to some political reasons, and that this was the case. 10 actions to be taken by UN. You have it in front of you. I already listed the most important one. Part of it, I think, time counts now. There should be a special rapporteur and a UN mechanism that they can deal with this case. It is not enough that the special rapporteur of the minority, he can take the complaints. We have to get a special rapporteur that we can have a particular one that he can follow up the case. Preventing statelessness in cases of state cessation, and the rest of the list. We have grant protection status to stateless migrants and facilities there. Get it. We designed a website called Ana Bahraini, I am Bahraini, that we have all the data, videos, records, reports, statistics. You can find it here, that whenever we've been contacted by the media or research center and so on, we refer them to this website that we can have everything in one location, like bank of data. Back to this chair. I've been to the garden, and I think all of you can see such chair. The beautiful about it, some people used to frequently visit the garden, and when they pass away, their loved one, they mention his name on the chair to remember him. See, if you're born in a country and you serve the country and you've been part of it, and by sudden your name will be deleted from that country, it is really heartbreaking. Thank you very much.